2, 3, 1. Ready?
Cut.
Mr. Bobby Cravalho recently retired from the Honolulu Police Department with 31 years of service. That's how you guys know each other together. Hey, let's give him a hand. He is currently employed by the National Football League as the security representative of the state of Hawaii. He has a master's degree in public administration from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. And he is the graduate from the FBI National Academy. Mr. Cravalho has been a student of the DIS assessment for the past 10 years. The DIS assessment is based on a theory based on a psychologist, Mr. William Marston, that centers around 4 different personality traits. Once you understand these traits, identify your own behavior style and recognize the prominent styles of others, you will be able to build stronger relationships that will lead you to success in work, at home, and play. We are delighted that Mr. Cravalho is here today. But on top of this, I want to add, last year he was our Toastmasters governor. So he was the president of Toastmasters of all of Heald, if you want to say it that way. And Toastmasters is around 66 clubs, over 1,200 Toastmasters, yeah. And he was the #1 guy. So on top of that, Mr. Bobby Cravalho, welcome to Hill College.
Thank you, Primo. Thank you very much, Primo, for that wonderful introduction. I hope I don't disappoint. And also thank you, Primo, for allowing me this time to speak to the students here, and thank you for all of your time. As Primo had mentioned, I am a graduate of the FBI National Academy, and that just requires some explanation because people, and we don't expect people to know what that means. But in Quantico, Virginia, the FBI has the academy where they train their baby agents, if you will. Those are the agents that are just starting, they learn how to use firearms, physical training, laws of search and seizure. But in the same halls up there in Quantico, Virginia is what they call the FBI National Academy. And what the National Academy is, maybe the best way to describe it, a recruit school for law enforcement executives around the world. So what they do at the FBI National Academy is they invite 250 law enforcement officers, again from around the world, to converge in Quantico for 3 months. And during those 3 months, you learn things like ethics and leadership and how to manage stress and physical training and things of that nature. So if you will, again, it's like a recruit school for law enforcement executives. They say only 1% of law enforcement executives get to attend the FBI Academy. So I was very, very pleased that I was invited to attend and really enjoyed the time there. The best part is working with or meeting these 250 fellow representatives from around the world. And you really just forge these friendships. This is myself receiving my diploma from then Director Bueller at the graduation. But I have a lot of friends. My roommate was from Germany, so I still keep in contact with him. I also have a friend who's a trooper in the great state of Texas. I was talking to him last week. He said that he was monitoring traffic on one of their thoroughfares when he pulled over a little old lady for speeding. She was going like 85 and a 55. It was really bad. But he told me that as he was going through her paperwork, the driver's license, registration, insurance, he noticed that she had included her permit to carry a concealed firearm, which is what you do in Texas. If you're ever stopped by a state trooper, you need to declare, hey, I've got a firearm. So he came back to the window and he said, ma'am, I noticed that you've included with your paperwork your permit to carry a concealed firearm. The great state of Texas, you have to declare to me now, are you armed? And she said, yes, trooper, I am armed. She said, right here in my console, I have a Smith & Wesson Model 60 5-shot revolver, stainless steel. She said, in my glove box, I have a 9mm Glock handgun with luminous sights. She said, in my trunk, I have a Remington pump-action shotgun with a foldable stock. My buddy looked at her and said, ma'am, that's a lot of firepower. What are you actually afraid of? She said absolutely nothing. Now this woman was prepared, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She was prepared for anything that might come her way. And she also gave a little hint to the trooper, my buddy the trooper, by explaining, hey, I've got a firearm. So there was some communication there. As we go through life, a lot of the problems that we encounter have to deal with other human beings, aren't they? Okay. Wouldn't it be great if just like in the shopping malls, or excuse me, in the supermarket, when you pick up an item, you could look at the contents and know exactly what's in there? Wouldn't that be great if all of us walked around with a label, so that when you met somebody, you could say, well, I know what kind of person this is, or I know what kind of person this is. Wouldn't that be great? Well, that's what we're going to try and do today. We're going to try and do that with the DISC assessment. D-I-S-C. DISC assessment. As Primo was alluding to, this is based on a theory from the psychologist William Martson. And this is back in the 1920s. Okay, so this stuff is kind of old. But it's been put into an assessment, which is what we're going to do today. The assessment provides a process for you to establish rapport with other people. All right? It teaches you how to make these connections. First, you have to understand your behavioral style, what kind of person you are. And then once you do that, you have to understand the behavioral style of other people. And once you know that, you put the two together, you change your style, and you're able to work with them better. Right? So that's basically the premise of the whole assessment. So the DISC stands for dominance, influence, steadiness, and conscientiousness. Those are the 4 behavioral styles that we'll talk about, right? Each of you have all 4 styles within you, all right? One of them is prominent, though. One of them is prominent. That's the one we're going to identify today, all right? There is no wrong style. So if you're a D, good for you. If you're an I, wonderful. If you're an S, great. If you're a C, great. It doesn't matter. There's no wrong style. It's just that we all have one of these 4 styles prominent in us, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do the assessment. And Primo has made the copies for you, and that's in front of you. So if you just go ahead and open up your worksheet real quick. And if you go to page 2, under the questions, if you read question 1, what you're doing is figuring out in your mind, do we not have enough here? Do we have assessments there? Okay. So what you're doing is you're figuring out yourself. You're assessing yourself. So number 1, I'm usually open to getting to know people personally and establishing a relationship with them. If that's you, you'd circle A. If it's not, B. I'm not usually open to getting to know people personally and establishing relationships with them. So you go through, there's 18 of the questions. Circle, do we not have pens? Okay. Is there any way we can rectify that situation? Primo?
Sure.
Who needs a pen?
Rule 1 in college. Always have a pen and paper with you.
That's all I have.
And rule number 2, I just have to remember that when we do assessment, have extra pens and paper, or extra pens available. Okay, so for those of you who do have pens, you just go ahead and you can do the assessment. Again, there's 18 questions. You either circle A or B based on your style. And yeah, don't even try to do it without a pen, gang, because if you don't have a pen, you won't be able to do it. Because you have to score your assessment and everything. Oh, here comes some writing instruments. Shane to the rescue. Thank you so much, Shane. We appreciate that. So again, 18 questions. Circle the one that best associates to you. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. And the key here is a lot of times just circle right off the bat. Okay, right off the bat. Don't sit there and kind of think about it. Just the first one that pops in your mind, either A or B, go ahead and circle that. Okay, and then if you're done, what you're going to do is move to page 4 to score your assessment. So on page 4, for example, if you scored 1A, if that's what you circled in the first answer, under I, you see 1A under I on the score, that's what you circle. If you did B, then it's under C, 1B. And then you would look for either 2A and 2B, 3A, 3C. Is everybody following that? Does that make sense? So what did you circle for? What is it? 1B. Okay, so you go to the scorecard. Okay, and then number 2. If you need to tear the assessment apart, if it's easier for you, that's fine. So then you would look for what, 2A? And then you would circle the answer. There you go, you got it. And then you're just going to total it at the bottom. We're moving right along. Yeah, and then you just total it at the bottom. Good. Very good. Okay, so you answered all the questions? Okay, so then on 1, what was your answer to number 1? 1B. So you look at the scorecard, there's 1B, so you circle that. And then what was your answer to number 2? 2A. So you circle 2A. There you go. And then you keep doing that, and you total up on the bottom. Okay, then, so then when you go back to the scorecard, you would circle all the way down for 18, and then you would total them in the bottom blocks. How many numbers you scored in that column? So 1A, you circle 1A, 2A, 2A, 3A, and all the way down. That is. Okay, we're going to give everybody a few more minutes. Did you answer all of them? 18? You thought you were done. Sorry. Anybody else still totaling? Okay, just a few more minutes. So for those of you who've totaled them already, you can see that across the board you have all 4 of them in you. I saw some of you have zeros, but pretty much you have all 4 behavioral styles in you. But one is normally prominent. Yes? One is normally prominent. You're even across the board, aren't you? That's good. That's good too. Again, there's no right or wrong answer, gang. All right? No right or wrong answer. I guess if we all had a pencil when we first started, everybody would be finishing at about the same time. Okay. All right, I saw that some people were already kind of peeking at the different styles and what does that mean if you're a D, an I, an S, or a C. And that's good. That's good, but we're going to go through it real quick though. Where are my Ds? Oh, raise your hand if you're a D. If your prominent number is a D. Is that all? We've got... And if you're like a D, like if you're 5 in D and 5 in I, you can kind of decide where you want to be when we do this group exercise. So we only have 4 Ds in this room? Wow, that's great. How many I's? Where are my I's? Wow, the party people, a lot of I's, good. And where's the S's? We have 1 S, that's all? And 2 S's. And who are the C's? Oh, we got some C's in here, wonderful. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick up and move, all right? So what I'd like to do is get all of my D's back over here. So if you're a D, move over there. If you're an I, if you can go to that side of the room. If you're an S, you're up here in the front. And if you're a C, you're on this side of the front. So basically just exactly the way it says in your manual. So D's are in the back, I's are in that far back.
D's over here.
D's over there by Primo. I's over there on that side. S is over here, and C's right here in front of you. And again, if you're on the fence, you can choose which group you want to be in. You're going to go that way. I thought everybody's going there. Okay, so all of my D's are back here, all of my I's are over here, all of my S's are over this side, and my C's are over here. You guys want C's? Wonderful. C's? Yeah? Come on. Are you a C?
C. Too much.
Duh.
Hey, D. Right there.
These are your behavioral styles, ladies and gentlemen. Own them. They are yours. All right? So is this all I's? This whole section is I's? So but on this side too, right? You're all I's too, right? And then you're the only one S? Wow. That's very unusual. Only one S.
The lighting is better on this side.
Okay, let's go through it real quick so we can get this done here. So for my D's, where are my D's? Let's hear ya. Yay! You believe that success comes from setting goals or pursuing goals. You're not afraid to talk to anyone about any opportunity. If someone says no to you, you move on and next and never think twice about it. Is that a D? Is that the way you guys are? Get out of my way. We're coming through. Right? Am I lying or am I dying? Is that what you guys are doing? Yeah. Right? This is your motto. Just do it. Right? Results equal success. All right? We want to get things done. We got to get them done now. Let's make it happen. Okay? You are a fast approach. You have a fast-paced approach. You focus on getting results. And you guys are impatient. Are you guys impatient?
Yeah.
My D's back there? Yeah. I wanted it yesterday. All right? You like to be in control. D's, do you like to be in control?
Control.
When you're in school and you have a class project, you're the first one to make things happen. Take the bull by the horns. Right? That's great. Your decisions are quick. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. You're risk takers? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. But this is your weakness, D's. Working with other people. Okay? Okay, we'll talk about it a little bit more. But you have to understand, as a D, you're a driver, you're a mover, a shaker and a mover. Sometimes that upsets the I's, the S's, and the C's. Alright? It's good to be result-oriented, but sometimes you can have a problem when you're working with other people. Okay? So with I's, S's, and C's, when you're talking to D's, this is the way you got to talk to them. Alright? You have to be direct and straight to the point. Don't sugarcoat it. Alright? Give them the facts straight up. The D's are shaking their heads up and down, right? They want good news fast and bad news faster. Alright? That's how D's operate. Alright? The bottom line up front, this is what's going to happen. Right? Let them know what they're dealing with. Don't beat around the bush. Alright? You have to demonstrate confidence and competence with them. And these are the words I'd like to hear. Achieve, control, succeed, accomplish, and results. So when we're working with D's, that's how we work with D's. Okay? This is how we motivate them. Be clear about the rules and expectations. They want to know what needs to be done. This table needs to be moved in the hallway. You don't need to tell them how to move it. They're going to figure it out themselves. Right, D's? You're going to get it done. Right? You don't have to tell them how to do it. They're going to make it happen. All right? Clarify the goals. Table's got to be in the hallway. All right? Let them do it. Let them initiate the action. Let them come up with the plan. All right? And give them freedom and autonomy to do what they need to do. They'll make it happen. Right, D's?
Sure.
Right?
Right.
Very good. How about a nice round of applause for our D's? We love our D's. Where are the I's? Come on, I's. We're I's. Okay, this is the characteristic of I's. You believe that success comes from knowing people. Alright? The D's want results, that's success. For you, success is knowing people. Alright? You spend a lot of time building friendships and relationships. If someone says no to you, you take it personally and you wonder, what did I do wrong? Is that right, I's? Yeah? We're really kind souls, man. We really, really are. I'm an I. So I know, man. I feel you guys, alright? Alright.
I feel you too.
These are our I's. They want to do lunch, right? I love people. It's about relationships, right? You are also, like the D's, you are fast-paced. Our I's are also fast-paced, right? But you're more talkative and sociable, right? You're casual, relaxed, unstructured. Also, like the D's, your decisions tend to be quick, which sometimes can be bad, all right? But your strengths are fostering relationships. Some of your weaknesses is time management. Why? Because when you go to the meeting, you're not worried about the task at hand like the D's are. You're worried about, is this a lunch meeting? Are they serving food? Oh, do you want to go out after work? Right? Eyes, you're laughing, but is that true? For the most part, yes? That's what you're worried about. Because it's about building relationships. We want to all, mali-mali, ohana, and all that other stuff, yes? All right? Those are the I's, all right? So D's and S's and C's, when we're dealing with I's, fast-paced approach, like the D's, okay? Energetic and enthusiastic, but be informal. Use some humor. They like to have fun, all right? They like to have fun. They like phrases like influence, helping others, exciting opportunity, or you'll love this. Okay? There are warm and fuzzy people, okay? Motivating them. They like sweet bread, good. So D's, S's, and C's, when we're working with I's, continuous feedback. They like to be stroked and petted. Yes, I's? Hey, good job on that. I like what you did on the chalkboard here, whatever, right? They like a lot of positive feedback. Create a team group atmosphere because they like to work together, right? And stay in touch and connect often with our I's. But you can see already that between the D's and the I's, you can see where there's some conflict. Yeah? Because the D's are like, hey, let's get it done. And the I's are like, let's talk about it a little bit, you know? Let's have coffee. All right? So do you see how the behavioral styles already you're seeing conflict? Okay? But those are our I's. How about a nice round of applause for our I's? We love our I's. And then there was one. Well, you have one S? Where did she fall in?
Yes.
Oh, so we have two S's. Let's hear it for our S's. Come on, S's. Own it, own it. That's right, you're an S. I love S's. S's and C's, I really love them. I mean, I love them all, but S's and C's. S's believe that success will come when you have a solid plan to take care of the business process and the people in it. Okay? A solid plan to take care of the business process and the people in it. You do not take challenges without thinking it through. That's what I like about them. They're a little bit more, they want more data. Okay? They want to know what's happening. D's and I's, quick decisions. Sometimes wrong decisions. S's and C's, think about it. They like data. They're the ones that like the Excel spreadsheets. D's and I's, we don't have time for that, right? We're fast-paced. S's and C's, they like that stuff, okay? They're probably holding off on asking people to commit because they don't want to pressure people to make decisions, okay? They're kind of a little bit slow-paced, is one of their characteristics. Unlike the D's and I's are fast-paced, the S's are a little bit slow-paced. It's not, I don't mean they're slow because they're stupid, all right, or dumb. I just mean they're slow because they want all the information before they make a decision, okay? They tend to be reserved, so they're a little bit more quiet, right? They keep a stable environment, they don't like make any ha-ha-ha, yeah? Make everything peaceful and everything will be good. They're very organized and structured. When you go to the desk, you know what it looks like, right? Very organized, very organized. They're loyal to the team, which is very, very important trait, right? And they're nurturing and tactful. Okay, some of their traits are they're great to getting people feel good, comfortable with each other, right? Sometimes they have a possible problem closing the deal, right? Because they're not pushers. Okay, they're not going to push. Okay? So D's and I's and C's, when we deal with our S's, slow-paced approach, right? D's and I's fast-paced. S's slow-paced, right? Just kind of go easy with them, okay? Present information in an organized manner. They want to have all of the data, okay? If we're moving this table outside, they want to know why, okay? So we have to have that information, why the table is being moved, all right? They want to know where is it going to be set up outside. You can't just say set this table up outside. We need to know where outside, okay? They want all the information, okay? Use words such as plan, structure, safeguards, predict, and thank you, okay? Everyone wants to be appreciated, okay? So those are our S's. So motivate them. Show them a lot of appreciation when you're dealing with an S. You're hearing these D's? When you're dealing with S's, you got to show them a lot of appreciation, all right? And give them the plans of what you want to see done, okay? Clear expectations. This table outside, but where is it going to be set up? Why is it going to be set up there? Who is it going to be set up for? They want all of that information. Where the D's would just come and just say, hey, grab that side, I'll grab this side, we're moving it out, right? The S's want to know a little bit more information, okay? A little bit more slow pace, okay? So those are our S's. How about a nice round of applause for our S's? So our D's and I's, we learn a lot from S's and C's because they're the ones that take a little bit slower pace, think it through, okay? Okay. So finally our C's, where are our C's? See, they're reserved, right? D's and I's, they're like, yeah! S's and C's are like, yeah, now again, sometimes you can have both, yeah. S's and C's, that's slow pace, yeah, good. So where are C's? Oh, that's a rough crowd. All right, C's. You believe that success will come when you know everything about the business. You are accurate, you are organized, and you're thorough. Is that true? C's? Yeah, everybody's raising their hand. Yeah, nodding up and down. You have a tendency to be overly thorough and might miss an opportunity to enroll a team member, okay? Because you're so engrossed in making sure it's right, okay? So some of the characteristics of the C. They're slow-paced, just like the S's, and opposite of the D's and I's, right? So that's one thing you need to remember. They tend to be reserved, as you see when I asked where are the C's. They didn't say anything, all right? Again, they focus on accuracy, quality, and excellence. So these are the bean counters. These are our accountants or CPAs, all right? And they're good at it, right? So let them do it, okay? Again, their strengths, accuracy, tracking, following through. Sometimes, like the S's, they have a difficulty closing the deal, right? That's some of the the negatives, all right? So Ds and Is and S's, when we deal with C's, again, slow-paced approach. And then that's not because they're slow,